Hi everybody. Today our topic is HTTP services in Angular. So HTTP service in Angular, which is useful for to communicate to the APIs, not the database servers. By default, a web application cannot contain any kind of the data. I mean, it cannot store any kind of a data. Suppose if you take the registration form, if you fill the data into that registration form and enter and refresh that, what will happen? So the entire data which is that in registration form will be erased. Now then how we have to maintain the data to the web application? So the answer is database. So by using the database, you can maintain the web application in the stateful format. I mean, by default, a web application is the stateless. So for communicating to the DB server, we need to interact with the API, and Angular needs to interact with this API for data transformation. So that is exactly we are discussing in these lectures. That is HTTP module. By HTTP module, we can pass the data or receive the data from the APIs. So APIs are generally developed or designed by server-side languages. We can say that is .NET or PHP or Java, or we can say Node.js like that. So if you understand the behavior of the HTTP services, then you should know what is the basic idea of the observable. So if you don't know the observable and you are new at observable, so please watch my previous videos, then you can understanding on that. Okay. So here, how to connect the database. Angular cannot communicate to the DB directly. It cannot interact to the DB directly. Suppose there is some situation you wanted to display some data into the web application. So for that, Angular cannot depends upon the DB. It cannot request to the DB directly. It can request it to the API. So here API is nothing but the application program interface which is designed and developed by the server side languages. That is, you can say .NET or PHP or Node.js, or you can say Java, anything kind of that. So here Angular needs to make a request to the server side language, I mean API. Then after it can Angular can get the response from the API. Okay, so here what is happening internally? Angular, if my web application which is designed by the Angular needs to show the some data into the web application, what's happening here, right? So Angular has to interact it to the API, so then only it can get the data from the API. So how we have to do that? So by using the HTTP service in Angular, we can communicate to the API. So here API, what is happening, right? Once you request it to the once the Angular requested to the API for the data. So API is going to be contact to the DB. So DB is going to give the data to the API. So after that, what will happen, right? So API, after that API is going to be prepare the data which is requested from the Angular. Suppose Angular is requesting to the API for fetching the customers list. So API prepare for the request, okay, and then it will contact to the DB for fetching the customers. So DB it will give the data to the API. The same data API will pass to the Angular. That is happening. Okay. So what is happening, right? Again, I'm saying that. So Angular needs to communicate to the API for fetching the records. So API, and then they're going to contact to the DB. Okay, and DB give the response to the API. Okay, and API again it's going to be communicated to the Angular. So it is normal behavior of the request and response. Okay, but please mind that Angular cannot communicate to the DB directly. Here you have to mind that here Angular means, here Angular in the sense, you just imagine that a web application which is designed in the browser side. I can say that shortly, a browser cannot communicate to the DB server. A browser can communicate it to the API. Okay, so only that API can communicate it to the database servers. Here API, which is which is hosted of the web servers. Okay, database servers is different, web servers are different. Web servers are IIS, Apache, which can execute the server side languages. That is the basic. This is just a basic architecture of the what is the request and response of the between two components. Here, the two components in the sense one is the browser and one is the database server. Okay. Now you are making the, so what is the main important point you have to notice that Angular is communicated to the API by using the HTTP service. That is the concept we have to discuss in this lectures. So before we start the development, let's discuss about the what is the structure of the HTTP. And here HTTP request contains to the multiple parts. Those are verbs like get, post, put, delete, and API endpoints. What is the metadata of that endpoints, like headers and params, and what's the body of that HTTP request, kind of that. Now, what is the HTTP verb? HTTP verb in the sense, so which kind of request do you wanted to communicate it to the Angular, whether that is the get request. I mean, get request indicates that you wanted to fetch the records, or you wanted to insert the record in the DB, or you wanted to update the record. Like just imagine that you are using the registration form. So for registration form, you are inserting the new records into the database by using the registration form, or you wanted to update the you wanted to update the your form by using the your ID, or you wanted to delete the any kind of the record, or you wanted to fetch the any record. So kind of activities it can handle by the HTTP verbs. Next point is what is the API. So API endpoint, API I already we discussed, right? API can give the data to the Angular, okay, which is requested from the Angular. So based on that request, API is going to be give the data to the Angular. So which kind of so what is the API endpoint? So which API do you wanted to interact? So, okay, I will cover this API endpoint, how it's look like entirely into the next videos. And the next thing is what is the metadata of that HTTP request. Suppose if you wanted to, suppose if you take the web application, if you wanted to maintain the user tokens, like if you wanted to navigation from one page to another page, so that and the next another page is the you wanted to make that you wanted to view for only particular users. So that situation, what you have to do, you have to maintain the one kind of a token for that particular authenticated users, right? So how we have to maintain on that? Okay, and once you are getting the data from the API, which kind of data do you want, whether the JSON format or text format, kind of that. So all these activities we can do by using the metadata of the HTTP service. And HTTP body, in a sense, whenever you are posting the data, okay, or whenever you are updating the data, okay, whenever you're posting the data or whenever you're updating the data, whenever you're deleting the data, so you need to pass the data to the body of the HTTP request. Suppose you wanted to insert the one new record, which kind of so that that record you have to post that record into the body section of the HTTP. So how you have to post that? Okay, you wanted to delete the one record, so you have to pass the ID of that delete record, right? Not only delete, not only if you wanted to delete the one record, let's say that you are going to delete the multiple records, so that time you have to send the multiple IDs into the body section of this HTTP, then only we can delete the records. So all these activities, okay, these multiple parts which is covered under the HTTP request. So means what is the first part in the sense HTTP verb. The next part is you have API endpoint, and what is the metadata of the HTTP request, and what is the HTTP body. So these four parts is very important to the HTTP request. Okay, we will discuss into the all these activities into the next lecture. Please watch that. Thank you so much.